Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about functions of cell coat. So now again, what is cell coat? In many protistian and animal cells there is a filamentous coating of glycolipids and glycoproteins lying outside the plasma membrane. It is 10 to 20 nanometer thick and is called cell coat or extracellular matrix or ECM or glycocalyx. So now functions of cell coat. Okay, it provides support and protection to the plasma membrane. So first one is it provides support and protection to the plasma membrane. Okay. Next, it maintains an electrostatic charge on the cell surface and a definite pH. It affects the concentration of different substances on the cell surface and acts as a diffusion barrier. Next, it helps in recognizing other cells during tissue formation. Cell recognition is possible due to calcium and magnesium ions. Antigens of ABO blood group present on glycocalyx of RBC help in identifying blood groups. Presence of antigens in the cell coat are associated with histocompatibility of tissues and recognition of self from non-self and foreign antigens. Next, it keeps the neighboring cells adhered or in contact and coordinates cell activities. And next, detects and responds to changes in the surroundings. So these are the functions of cell coat. Now again, second function of cell coat is it maintains an electrostatic charge on the cell surface and a definite pH. Next, it affects the concentration of different substances on the cell surface. It affects the concentration of different substances on the cell surface and acts as a diffusion barrier Okay. Now next, it helps in recognizing other cells. It helps in recognizing other cells during tissue formation. Cell recognition is possible due to cell recognition is possible due to calcium and magnesium ions. Due to calcium and magnesium ions. Now next, antigens of ABO blood group present on antigens of ABO blood group present on glycocalyx of RBCs means red blood cells help in identifying blood groups. Next, presence of antigens in this cell coat are associated with histocompatibility of tissues and recognition of self from non-self and foreign antigens. So associated with histocompatibility of tissues and recognition of self from non-self and recognition of self from non-self and foreign antigens. Okay, now next, It keeps the neighboring cells adhered neighboring cells adhere and are in contact and coordinate cell activities. And coordinate cell activities. Next, detects and responds to changes in the surroundings. Detects and responds to changes in the surroundings. Okay, so now again the functions of cell coat. It provides support and protection to the plasma membrane. It maintains an electrostatic charge on the cell surface and a definite pH. It affects the concentration of different substances on the cell surface and acts as a diffusion barrier. Okay. It helps in recognizing other cells during tissue formation. Cell recognition is possible due to calcium and magnesium ions. Antigens of ABO blood group present on glycocalyx of red blood cells help in identifying blood groups. Presence of antigens in the cell coat are associated with histocompatibility of tissues and recognition of self from non-self and foreign antigens. It keeps the neighboring cells adhered or in contact and coordinate cell activities. Next, it detects and responds to changes in the surrounding. Okay, so here it is. So here these are the function of cell coats, and now cell membrane or plasma membrane. Okay, so now next is cell membrane or plasma membrane. All the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells are enclosed by an elastic thin covering called cell membrane or plasma membrane. Okay. It is an integral part of the cell and can be seen only with the help of electron microscope. It is selectively permeable as it allows only certain substances to enter or leave the cell through it. So, what is cell membrane or plasma membrane? All the prokaryotic and eukaryotic and eukaryotic, 2 eukaryotic Cells are enclosed by an elastic. Cells are enclosed by an elastic thin covering called cell membrane or plasma membrane. Called cell membrane or plasma membrane. Okay, so now what is cell membrane or plasma membrane? All the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells are enclosed by an elastic thin covering called cell membrane or plasma membrane. Okay, now next, it is an integral part of the integral part of the cell and can be seen only with of the cell and can be seen only with the help of electron microscope. With the help of electron microscope. It is selectively permeable permeable as it allows only certain substances only certain substances to enter or leave the cell through it. Next, eukaryotic cells possess intracellular membrane that surrounds the vacuole, the tonoplast, and the cell granules and form the endomembrane system of the cell. Eukaryotic cells possesses intracellular membranes that surround the vacuole, the tonoplast. And cell organelles and cell organelles and form endomembrane system of the cell and form endomembrane system of the cell. These include membranes. These include membranes of endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, nuclear membrane, and membranes around mitochondria, plastid, and lysosomes. Nuclear membrane, and membrane around and membranes around mitochondria, plastids, and lysosomes. Okay. In my next video, I will discuss about the molecular structure of biomembranes and ultrastructure of plasma membrane, etc. So now, bye students.